likely going to ask you guys down the road what your project was, okay? And then also take it apart, and also an experience you had there that you will remember for a long time. Like Dill said, like me being like whatever that pretty cool. Yeah, like you and the Stella pray over someone.
But she did. But can I say like sing like the parts of South Dakota that I don't usually sing in the back?
I mean,
Or is that like not
they want a little bit more.
okay? So like seeing different. I don't know what I'm gonna
Did
say.
you interact with any?
There are part of it. Because
Well, we were talking about
Martha,
interacting
when
with
you
my
guys called, and she was
person.
like, but
He went on vacation for a second.
you only can
I
see
can't push this off till next week.
I
They want
said,
to do it.
cards, you
Making the trip, making the time.
I said, our
Hello? Hello?
was orange
Hello?
shag carpet. The kitchen was green. The main
Hello?
living area had brown indoor outdoor carpet.
ALEC. What else do you think? If it was life or death, how would you start? I put my first ever YouTube video on, which was this, and he thinks he's gonna subscribe to me. He wants me to make content.
Oh wow. See,
Hi, everyone. I'm Alec Bell, and this is...
Oh, Jill Kimbrell.
Yeah, so we're just so excited and thankful for you guys to be here. We really wanted to share some of the information, things we learned, talk about these incredible students as they're just giggling in the front still. You gotta stop laughing for 5 seconds. And so, yeah, we went on a mission trip, as most of you know, to Mission, South Dakota. We were there for about 5-6 days, and yeah, I mean, early on when we got there were some interesting developments. They kind of pulled us aside, said, hey, the gym that we thought we'd have for all the lessons, all of it, is getting renovated. So you're not gonna have that anymore. And we're like, okay, cool. And the showers are broke. So they built these contraptions, and we'll explain that a little bit more. That's your goal. I'm gonna give you an assignment. During this, look for the showers. And if you figure them out, just be all excited and be like, yeah, I figured them out. Challenges that we hit at first, and then we were told originally, and talking to other groups, they were told other things too, that we would all be on the same work site. And as you guys will learn, we were not all on the same work site. We were actually we're missing one student, Kenny Cheddar, but we were on 8 different work sites. And so they'll kind of explain that a little bit. But let's just get into this video so you have some more context of what the students are gonna share with you, okay?
as people can see. Next, they draw the crowd.
What do we draw?
The crowd. These people. Then they draw question marks around the house because they can't figure out how to get in. Riley suggests they dig a hole and a tunnel into the house. Then Riley adds a tunnel to their drawing.
I think we should dig a tunnel.
Chris suggests it might work better to distract the crowd by doing jumping jacks.
I think you should distract the crowd and make them do jumping jacks.
Then he does 10 jumping jacks. Time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alex suggests they fist fight every member of the crowd until they're all unconscious. Alex starts crossing out the crowd members on the whiteboard. It's very dramatic. It's unnecessarily violent. Riley interrupts loudly. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Riley says Jesus wouldn't like that one bit.
Jesus wouldn't like that at all.
Then Riley has an idea.
Wait, I have an idea.
Riley shouts, "We can climb on top of the roof!"
We can climb on the roof.
And points towards the sky with both hands. "We can break a hole in the roof and then lower Bobby down," Riley continues.
We can break a hole in the roof and lower Bobby down.
All right. Sorry with the looping music. The app wanted me to pay, I think it was $34. And I could have found a different app, but that was on me. Thank you guys for sitting through that. To kind of explain how the groups went, Jill, you can join us as well. To kind of explain how it went, when we got there, they divided everyone up into groups of 5 or 6, and those were called crews. There was 43 of those. Now, those 43 crews were separated to 29 different work sites. How many of you guys were on a solo crew at your work site? Was there?
There's 2 houses.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that was one way they got the students to intermingle with different leaders, different people. Almost everyone was from a different group except the Catholics. They were able to stick together because of some rule they had. I don't know. Yeah, okay, the pink shirt people. Dill, you wore a pink shirt, which is, so there was a bunch of freshman girls from some area running around screaming, and everyone called them the pink shirt people. So thank you, Dill, for wearing the pink shirt. And then you also slept in different rooms. So Jill was with the girls, I was with the guys, and you were with different people there. So you really got to know the groups. So I'm going to ask the students a few questions. Oh, who saw the showers? Yeah, they had 6 dividers that were like garbage bags, basically. Yeah, garbage bags. Yeah, cold water. Yeah, and it kind of really got us into the mission trip mood. But I'm going to have you guys go down the line. Okay. You're going to introduce yourself? Okay. That work? Really close. Carter, can you practice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to hold it really close.
Yeah.
There you go. And we're going to start off with, tell us a little bit about your work site, and we'll go all the way down, and then I'll add the other questions after that. So.
Well, I'm Carter, and my crew worked at a house outside of Mission, and we did the siding near their front porch, and also did a smaller porch to the side of the house. But I was able to help part of that there.
Hi, my name's Kaden, and for my project, our project site was about 30 minutes away. So we built a little porch and then a ramp, and then we also painted the house and fixed the siding of the house.
Hi, my name is Stella, and our group, we were working on a trailer that's 5 minutes from the school. We finished early, so we got the chance to help at the Circle or the Tree of Hope.
Hi, I'm Austin, and our site was out of Mission, and we worked on a house. We just had to paint it. We were 2 crews, and we just had to paint the exterior.
So my name is Dylan, and our site was about 35 to 40 minutes outside of Mission, and there's about 12 of us, and we repainted the inside and outside of our house and rebuilt our staircase.
I'm Jill, And, oh, sorry. I'm Jill, and on our work site, we had to paint the entire house on the outside. We had to build a wheelchair ramp, and we put a 4x4 porch on the back.
In my group, we just had a wheelchair ramp in the front and the back. We had a guy named Gary, really nice. So the question for you guys is, who was your person there? And tell us a little bit about who you helped. And then your favorite part of the week. Like a fun experience part. That the next part's after that. I just want to catch it up.
Our resident, her name was Janet, and they had a food truck, and that's their only source of income. So on Wednesday, she fired up her food truck and she fed us all. And then on Friday, because somehow I missed the fried bread when we had Taco Tuesday, she made Indian tacos and they were out of this world.
Were those the ones up there? That picture that I put out? Okay.
Yes.
So my resident, her name is Inez, and she does a lot for her family. She's the only one with a working car, and she's up at 6 in bed by midnight every day to haul her family around 45, 60 minutes to work sites for the family. And my favorite part of the week was fun part was me and 3 other guys, we were soaking wet from the rain because we decided to stay outside and keep painting where it wasn't hitting the house. So then we were told to go stand in the van, but we didn't want the van to smell like a wet teenage boy for the rest of the week. So we went and closed the door of the enclosed trailer and stood in there for probably a good 40 minutes, and we were just messing around and decided to plan our life if we had to live in the trailer. So that was interesting.
Well, my resident his name is Mike Marshall, and he makes his money by doing Native American art and like making lost games is what he calls them. And my favorite part of the week is when I got to sing every day.
So my resident, she was like a very smart person. She actually went to Yale for college. She had 2 little boys. And without still being a single mom going at Yale, she had a 4.2 GPA. But then so she got COVID and had a stroke, lost her vision and hearing. So she was kind of needing a little bit of extra help. But then the second people we helped, we were working for Tree of Hope, and they give out free prom dresses to girls at the reservation. Well, we were moving dresses, and there was this homeless lady and another guy who were digging through the dumpster and approached me asking if I was a Christian. I was a little hesitant because I didn't know how they were going to react. But I said, yes, I am, and she kind of asked me to pray for her and pray with her. So that's something cool that I got to do.
So my resident's name was Miss Nellie, and one of my favorite parts of the week was when we got done with the ramp. Miss Nellie was there, and she got to see it, and we tested it out with her wheelchairs.
We had, the place I worked at had 2 houses on it, and the house we were working on, she wasn't there a lot. She works for the reservation, so we got to see her son Miles a lot, and at first he did not want to be around us or didn't want to even acknowledge we were there. And then by the end of the week he was talking to us, he gave us, and that part of that is what was fun that was cool, and he gave us this fruit dip called wajape, and you dip crackers in it, and it tasted pretty good.
Yeah, there was so much. There was a lot of our groups were the further ones out, but there was even groups within 2 or 3 minutes of the school. We were at the middle school in the middle of Mission, and while we were there, other groups who were a little bit more seasoned than us, apparently a part of what Group Mission does is they bring canned goods on their trip. They bring them and they donate them to the people. So I don't know why you're smiling or laughing. They know why they're laughing. We used some of the funds that you guys helped us procure, that you guys donated, and we got canned goods. And as a group of everyone there, and they were just counting individual items. So if there was a pack of 24 ramen, which we bought a pack of 24 ramen and counted as one item, and there was 3,423 items donated to Mission. So all that food went back into the community. And so, why Why do you keep on giving me that look? Nothing. So yeah, I asked you guys to share a little bit about your resident and about that. So what is one thing you want everyone here to know about your experience? It could be something you learned, something you took away. What is one thing that you would like your friends, family, or people, friends and family of them, to know about your trip?
One thing I would like to take away from this trip is that I got to help the people of my state. I felt very proud being there. And first, a little mini story, first night we were there, someone, when they were rounding out all the states, someone next to me asked me why I was here, and gave me like a weird look after I told her I wanted to help the people in my state. I thought that was a little strange. It was one of those pink shirt girls too. They were
Pink
They were
shirts.
from Iowa, so that's probably why.
I might also add that they were Catholics, but
Well, one of the pink shirt,
is this your thing? Because if you say it, you can't.
no. But one of the pink shirt helpers was in my group.
I'm sorry. It's just an inside joke, but everyone kind of, they understood that they were being Caden.
Okay, so one thing that I took away is I stepped out of my comfort zone, like a lot, because I don't like to talk in front of people or sing in front of people. So I stepped out of my comfort zone.
Kind of like what Kaden just said, I felt I stepped out of my comfort zone too. Like she said, I don't really like talking in front of people, but I kind of got pushed by the MC who kind of did all of our programs. I was the devotion leader for my group, so that was kind of scary to do by myself. And then I was in the talent show and in the play, and I don't know, it was really fun to meet like a lot of new friends. And yeah.
Did you want to leave?
What?
Did you want to leave?
No. Okay, so I'm just gonna like to add, when I, like the week before we went on the mission trip, I was crying because I didn't want to go because I was scared, and I ended up crying because I did not want to leave.
I'm like, guys, we're leaving like tonight. And Stella's like, no one else is leaving tonight. Why would we be leaving tonight? And there was other groups leaving. She she wasn't the happiest.
Okay, so on Friday, we ended up having a bunch of time left over because we got finished right away. So our resident, he actually is one of two people in this state that does, that makes like Native American items. But he's the only one in the state that does it from the original tribe. I'm not sure what that means, but that's what he told us. But yeah, that's something cool about him.
So the one thing I really took away from this is when I told all my friends, well, I'm going to the Rosebud Reservation for a week, they all told me, well, why are you going? It's one of the most dangerous places in the state, and you got to watch your back is what they all told me. But right when we got to our site, it's the opposite. Everybody was super friendly, and it's really not that bad how everybody makes it out to be. So that really just showed me how much your own perspective could change everybody else's view.
Something that you would like everyone to know.
Well, one of the things, I have two, but one of the things
Jill.
one of the things that I want y'all to know about it is these are great kids. They went above and beyond to do what God wanted them to do without push for me or Alec. The first night there, Sunday night, we looked up and there was Caden and Austin singing. And then Stella,
Sheila.
she, I mean, talking to them on the van going down and then seeing the difference when they got there and the friends that they were making, y'all would be so proud of these kids. I'm proud of them, and I don't even know them that well, but they're a great group of kids and they worked really hard. And one of the things that touched me this week was the group that I was with. Janet had a cousin that makes hand-beaded earrings and bracelets and keychains and things like that. And so she came on Thursday and brought her jewelry, and from what we purchased, we had no clue what she was going through, and we didn't know what her personality was, because some of them are really reserved and they don't talk, because that's just the way that they were brought up, I guess. But anyway, so she was showing us the items, and we purchased some of the items. I got a keychain, and then when she left, Janet texted her because she said that she just wasn't acting like herself. And come to find out, on the other side of her family, somebody had passed away, and she didn't have the money to get there and get back. But from the items that we purchased, she was able to go, and she was able to come back. And that, to me, was God, because my keychain was $25. I just happened to have $25. So, it's just amazing how God was in everything that we did, and to see these kids carry that out, and their willingness to jump in and help wherever, just amazing.
You guys can give them a round of applause. You guys take a seat. Carter actually took the words out of my mouth. I wasn't going to tell him. I was just going to end on this quick note. You guys can sit down for a second before there was people from 9 states, and we were the only people from South Dakota. And Carter came to me after that story and told me, he's just like, yeah, someone was wondering, why are we here? And I just really felt like the Lord was leading people from this church to go help out people from their state. And in Acts, when Jesus is talking about when the disciples would go out, he said, Jerusalem, and then Judea and Samaria and the ends of the earth. And Judea and Samaria in their culture were these people who were very close, but very not liked, very not appreciated, had a bad reputation. And yet these students, when they went, they made friends, they learned, they grew, and everything from the lessons to the small groups. I'm just so proud of them. So I think one more round of applause, and then I'm just going to pray in thanks for everything that God has done, and then we'll be dismissed. Father, I thank you for the opportunity these 6 students had. Thank you that Jill and I can go and lead them. But Lord, thank you for those who were there. Everything we learned, everything we gained, those we helped, those we learned from. Father, you used a situation, no matter what the showers were like, no matter what the facility was like. Father, you really just stepped in. This is what the comments the students came back with, and the friends they made, and the times they had. Lord, we're just so appreciative of what you've done in our own state. Thank you for them. Thank you for everyone who has donated, everyone who was praying, everyone who helped this trip out. Could not have happened without them, Lord. Thank you. In your name we pray. Amen. Thank you so much for coming. This live stream will be on YouTube if you want to rewatch it. Sorry about the music looping, and thank you.